Well, I think they need to put regulatory clarity over Ripple, over the issuers of the coin, and Ripple's asking for that. Ripple's a company of really professional people working really hard on this. That's why we chose XRP.
Very much, and especially thank you, Mr. President. I'm really honored by your trust and confidence that you've placed in me to head the SEC. But I really must say the Oval Office has never looked better.
When MiCA went live in 2024, it was fully MiCA compliant, and it also became fully transferable on the Ethereum blockchain. Since then, it will now be available on several other blockchains, including Solana, Ripple, and Stellar.
So there's a couple of coins that I really enjoy right now. XRP is really important. Cardano and ADA is another one that's very important. I don't think a lot of people really even know about.
Particularly because a pseudonymous doesn't really matter except for the million coins.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
What's up, good glitches? Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We got XRP currently right around $2.22. We got the moon party coming up in a couple days. I'll be flying out tomorrow morning down to Austin, Texas. Limited content for the next few days. I'll try to pop up some live streams, let you guys know what's going down. We got Eleanor Terrett to pop things off. New SEC Gov Chair Paul Atkins says that he'll work to protect investors from fraud, keep politics out of the securities laws, and provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets. He says the SEC will work to ensure that the U.S. is the best and the most secure place in the world to invest in. Do business. Paul Atkins delivers remarks upon sworn in as the 34th chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission. So it begins. The transformation of wealth is upon us.
Well, thank you all very much, and especially thank you, Mr. President. I'm really honored by your trust and confidence that you've placed in me to head the SEC. But I really must say the Oval Office has never looked better. One could really describe it as glistening, and I've heard stories about it, and it's true. It's the touch of a confident president leading with optimism towards an American golden age. So thank you for that. And so to my wife, Sarah, and to our sons, Stuart, Peter, and Henry, thank you all for your steadfast love and support. I'm grateful for the sacrifices that each of you have made to enable me to serve America. And thanks to Secretary Bessent for administering the oath as well. But a note about my family real quickly. Today would have been my father's 114th birthday. Colonel Atkins was a veteran of World War II and Korea. And yesterday would have been my late mother's birthday. So it seems altogether fitting to honor them and the example that they've set so that their son could stand here speaking to you all today. So to my friends, my family, my colleagues who've worked with me throughout my career and helped make my appointment by President Trump even possible, thank you for your work and dedication. There are many who quietly serve the nation in mostly unsung roles, and I continue to be the beneficiary of your professionalism and good judgment. So at the helm of the SEC, I can confidently say it is a new day. It's time for the SEC to end its waywardness and return to its core mission that Congress set for it: investor protection, fair, orderly, and efficient markets, and capital formation. I will work to protect investors from fraud, keep politics out of how our securities laws and regulations are applied, and advance clear rules of the road that encourage investment in our economy to the benefit of Americans. A top priority of my chairmanship will be to provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets through a rational, coherent, and principled approach. We will work to ensure that the United States is the best and most secure place in the world to invest and to do business. So, Mr. President, again, thank you very much for your graciousness in extending such a warm welcome to my family and me today in this storied room. I look forward to working with you, with colleagues in your administration, and with Congress to advance your agenda to bolster the economy and build on U.S. leadership of the global markets. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We got Riz XRP, Ripple, utility wins. In the end, all roads lead to the bridge, the king of utility.
We hear a lot about regulatory clarity. But what is the regulatory clarity that you want to see?
Well, I think they need to put regulatory clarity over Ripple, over the issuers of the coin. And Ripple's asking for that. Ripple's a company of really professional people working really hard on this. That's why we chose XRP. We believe in XRP. We're not making a price prediction, but we do believe it's a coin that will have the most utility out there. Bitcoin is a store of value. I agree with Mike McGlone, but I think that XRP has a true use case. There's just no doubt about it. And the Ripple team, from the interaction we've had with them, they're really professional. They act like investment bankers over there. They know what they're doing, and they will make this work. And we will see a different Wall Street. We will see traditional finance be merged slowly with DeFi, DeFi, yes. And then we will see DeFi take over. It'll take longer than people think. I'm convinced of it, but it will be so much more efficient. And, 3 to 5 second settlement, which is what Ripple can do, it's amazing.
Yeah, well, I want to dig in specifically on the use case that you mentioned, because a lot of folks watching probably would have the reaction. The only use case for Ripple and some of these other tokens out there is speculation. So what is the actual use case of XRP?
Okay, so XRP, that's absolutely not the case. You can speculate in it because it's out there and trading. But XRP, they started Ripple, and I'm not going to speak for them, okay? But they started Ripple to facilitate transactions, moving money around, okay? But now it's literally helping tokenize everything. As they develop their level 2 build out, they are really going to tokenize everything. They've just bought a broker-dealer clearing member, as you may know, and I think that's the first step toward integrating traditional finance with DeFi. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a breakthrough. It is a breakthrough, but it'll happen slower than people think.
Okay.
Utility trumps all utility. Use case blows XRP past 4 digits, 5 digits, 6 digits, 7. We got Angelica, the DTCCs, the great experiment providing an example of stablecoins. On chain, they mentioned Ripple, Stellar, Solana, and Ethereum.
Tom Sullivan, head of business development for digital assets at SocGen in New York. I'm excited to talk about our stablecoin that was issued by SG Forge in 2023, EuroCV, also known as CoinVertible. The CoinVertible stablecoin was issued with the main purpose of driving capital markets activities on chain. It was issued on the Ethereum blockchain in 2023, and in 2024 it became MiCA compliant. Along the way, SG Forge has established a number of milestones, including becoming one of the first banks to become a virtual asset service provider in Europe and to be able to support the MiCA rules. When MiCA went live in 2024, it was fully MiCA compliant, and it also became fully transferable on the Ethereum blockchain. Since then, it will now be available on several other blockchains, including Solana, Ripple, and Stellar. And we're looking forward to being able to use it as a means of cash and as a means of collateral using in this project.
All right, Tom, I see that the collateral movement that you just processed has already settled, and our exposure is covered. That's amazing. You entered a movement on your side, and since we're using the same distributed ledger, I saw it update instantly within a matter of seconds, and my exposure is completely covered.
Cointelegraph watched the US OCC release a statement on their stance towards crypto and banks. The OCC has clarified that certain crypto-related activities are legally permissible.
Digital assets are firmly ingrained in the financial services landscape. Today, more than 50 million people own cryptocurrency, and hundreds of businesses engage in cryptocurrency and require banking services. National banks and federal savings associations are well positioned to support crypto asset activities from within the federally regulated banking sector. I'm pleased that recently, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency clarified that certain crypto-related activities, including crypto asset custody, holding deposits as reserve backing stablecoins, and using distributed ledger technology and stablecoins for payment activities are all legally permissible. The OCC also confirmed its expectation that banks conducting novel crypto activities do so with appropriate risk management processes in place. This action reduces regulatory burden, encourages responsible innovation, and enables banks to leverage new technology and innovative ways to serve their clients and customers. To learn more, visit occ.gov.
A regulation Dharma Last is about to burst open. Banks, enterprises, institutions on their way to pump our bags up. Pump our bags up. We got digital asset buy, the algorithms of the future. The value is and has always been in the protocol. XRP Ledger is the internet of value.
You know, so there's a couple of coins that I really enjoy right now. XRP is really important. Cardano and ADA is another one that's very important. I don't think a lot of people really even know about. Solana is a very important coin with the NFTs, lower cost ways of transacting and doing things. But ultimately, the world is moving towards real world tokenized assets. And so whether we're talking gold, silver, real estate, mortgages, this is where everything's moving right now. And so if we look at this more as the algorithms of the future, as opposed to trying to look at this as, is this the next form of money, then I think that we're going to have a better understanding where we are.
X marks the spot. XRP. Hidden in plain sight. Digital asset investor. I rest my Bitcoin case.
Would it take someone or someone's with the intellectual horsepower and resources of a national agency to do it? Yeah. Think about most inventions. Do they come from government, right? The internet came from DARPA. You know, we're working with a company now that has this amazing technology to basically ensure that your data is encrypted all the time, and they were funded by DARPA. So it's not out of the realm of possibility, but now it doesn't matter.
Right.
I don't think, because it's now grown to this, $1.3 trillion asset that's owned by 200 million people around the world and has become its own thing. So the progenitor, particularly because it's pseudonymous, doesn't really matter except for the million coins. The one little problem I have is I feel better thinking that Satoshi was 4 people, Hal Finney and 3 others, and Hal tragically passed. And that the reason those coins will never move is it was a multi-sig and now Hal's gone. That makes me feel good because
Bitcoin was just a smokescreen for the real utility coins like XRP, the real store of value. Welcome to the utility era. The internet of value is upon us. Meanwhile, Satoshi Nakamoto now holds over $100 billion in Bitcoin. Meanwhile, in case you missed it, the Ripplers are tired of being associated with Riddlers. David Schwartz changes his profile picture with the bear face mask just like Bearable Guy. 1, 2, 3. Are bears real? Also another one from David Schwartz. Great sticker. Another bear. Bagman bag ladies, hear ye, hear ye. The 4th moon party draws near. The moon calls.
Hear ye, hear ye. Gather round, good folk of the realm. The 4th moon party approacheth with haste, and lo, a most epic weekend is upon us. We ride forth to Austin, Texas, where, 'neath the stars and silvery moonlight, merriment shall reign, and the night shall echo with cheer. Raise thy goblets in honor of our noble allies, DCENT wallets, Ooga Labs, IMU TV, the mighty Bluminati, and the ever-glorious Rich Ducks family. Prepare thy spirits, ye gallant glitches, for the revelry is nigh. We shall see thee anon.
Boom, boom, party! Hang on, hang on! Hang on, hang on! Boom, party!
We'll see you down in Austin, Texas. Later, glitches. Mustache altcoins, a big moment as the Total 2 tries to reclaim the midline in the Gaussian channel. The line has been strong and support resistant since 2022. A reclaim would be a clear sign of the continuation of a bull market. And Crypto Insight UK, no one said anything. XRP setting up that next moonshot launch, and the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP rich list. We'll see you down in Austin, Texas, glitches, a couple days away. Where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open? An XRP's true price is finally revealed. We'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. BYOB, bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. This a moon party. This a moon party. Welcome to the party, we don't play round here. Moon suit on or you get sprayed round here. Watch where you walk and you